Welcome to Overmania, a place where every woman has a story and every story deserves understanding before judgment. Today's episode begins with a confession. Not because I'm proud of it, but because I think many of us have done the same thing. Before I became a mother, I judged mothers. Quietly, but sometimes in my head, but I judged them. I would see a child watching cartoons on a phone in a restaurant and think, my child will never see screen while eating. I'd see a mother buying chocolates or chips and wonder, why would she feed her child junk? If a child threw a tantrum in public, I'd think, why can't she control her? If a mother shouted, I'd tell myself, I could never speak to my child like that. And somewhere along the way, I became an expert at parenting a child I didn't have. Then, life introduced me to my greatest teacher, my daughter, and motherhood. It's funny how motherhood humbles you. The things I promised myself I'd never do, I've done. I've handed my daughter my phone because I desperately needed 10 minutes to finish a meal. I've bought chocolates not because I believe they are healthy, but because sometimes you pick your battles. There have been days when bedtime stories didn't happen, days when books stayed on the shelf, days where routines disappeared. Not because I stopped believing in them, but because I was simply trying to get through the day. I have lost my patience, I have raised my voice, and yes, there have been moments when I've held my daughter a little too tightly, trying to save her from danger. None of those moments make me proud. In fact, some of them still make me feel guilty. Because motherhood has a way of showing you the mother you imagined you'd be and the mother you are on a difficult Tuesday afternoon can be two different people. Motherhood has a strange habit of making you apologize to women who never even knew you judged them. Suddenly, the mother with the child watching cartoons doesn't look lazy anymore. She looks exhausted. The mom buying chocolates doesn't look careless anymore. Maybe she's just trying to get through the grocery trip without another meltdown. That mother whose child is screaming in the middle of a mall doesn't look like she's failing. She's overwhelmed. The mom who missed the sports day, she isn't selfish. She's carrying a guilt that no one else can see. And the stay-at-home mom, she isn't just at home. She's working a shift that never ends. And then I realized something. Maybe motherhood wasn't changing these women. Maybe motherhood was changing me. It was replacing my opinions with perspective. These days, when I see a child crying or throwing the world's biggest tantrum, I don't notice the child first. I notice the mother. The tired eyes, the embarrassed smile, the silent apology she's making to complete strangers. Sometimes, if it feels right, I'll smile at the child. I'll try to make a funny face. I'll try to distract them for a minute. Not because I think I can magically fix the situation, but because 30 seconds of distraction can give a mother 30 seconds to breathe. And sometimes I look at her and smile as if to say, you're doing okay. Not because I have all the answers, I am far from it, but because I remember wishing that someone would have made the moment easier for me instead of making me feel that I was being judged. If you're a mother, I get you. Maybe not your exact story, but I understand the guilt, the exhaustion, the second guessing, the feeling that you're never doing enough. I know you're trying, and honestly, some days trying is the bravest thing we can do. And if you're not a mother, I don't expect you to understand everything. How could you? I didn't either. I judged too. But maybe the next time you see a struggling mother, don't judge her by her hardest 5 minutes. Because behind those 5 minutes are thousands of moments you never get to see. The bedtime cuddles, the sleepless nights, the kisses on scraped knees, the endless worrying, the birthday party planning, the school projects, the whispered I love yous, the silent prayers, the sacrifice no one applauds, and above all, a love that has no finish line. We often say it takes a village to raise a child, but somewhere along the way, the village became spectators, watching, commenting, comparing, judging. Maybe it's time we become the village again. Maybe kindness looks like opening a door. Maybe it looks like entertaining a crying toddler for 30 seconds. Maybe it looks like not staring. Maybe it looks like saying, take your time. Or simply, you're doing great, mama. Because mothers don't need any more perfect advice. They need kinder people around them. And maybe women need to be a little kinder to other women. We know how heavy life can feel. Let's not make another weight someone else to carry. Let's be the hand which makes it lighter. If today's conversation stayed with you, share it with a woman, a mother, a friend, a sister, or someone who simply needs a reminder. Every mother you meet is trying harder than it looks. Until next time, be kind to the woman you meet and yourself. I'm Sakshi, and this is a Womania. See you in the next one.